DJ, obviously, high school teammates, Nike teammates, and then you get to play your first game and he happens to be out. How strange was that to not have him out there with you that first game?
It was, I ain't gonna lie, it was real strange. I'm always used to him being by my side. And even in high school, like, that was the person I go to. So it was quite strange, but he gonna be back, so yeah.
It seemed like he was kind of talking to you before you went in, kind of like, what was he saying down there on the bench?
He was just saying calm down, because he know what, like, when I'm nervous, like, I start shaking my leg or I start doing some, like, anxiety things, and he was like, bro, you good, just calm down, you straight, just play your game, be who you are, just go out there, be a dog. So he was just giving me a little pep talk.
In terms of kind of like maybe finding your voice on this team and trying to be a leader and things like that, has it taken some time not being on the court and you maybe feel a little bit more comfortable now that you have kind of got a game under your belt to tell players, your teammates what to do, things like that?
I was always like that because I'm a vocal person and I like to voice my opinion no matter how you feel about it. I'm always voice my opinion. So I feel like with that game under my belt now, it's like kind of a starting from me. I have to get back into my groove, do what I do, talk, yell at teammates, and just get to where we have to get to win.
Justin said he was pretty sore after that, first practice after Saturday's game. He said, get back to that old school practice. I know you just got back, but what was that practice like after that loss?
Man, I ain't gonna lie, I laid down for like an hour, like 2 hours after that practice, and just sat there in my bed. But that practice was real good, and I don't know about him, but I felt good after it. So
for a week, when you guys have such a high, you guys play almost perfect, and then you have this tough game on Saturday. Was it kind of good to see both, kind of know what you did well and what you need to do going forward?
Yeah, of course. You always learn from a loss. That's one thing that as a basketball player you could always benefit from, learning from a loss. So we were just learning from each other and learning what we have to do in order to get how we usually are.
Justin said they put a block in the rim, so nobody was scoring, right? And it seemed like on Saturday, I wasn't there in person, it seemed like you were in pretty good position on box outs. And so, obviously you guys got to continue to rebound better, but how do you feel like you guys can get better with that, and how can you get better with that?
Just going after balls, that's really it. Just rebounding more, and we just got to block out and just grab rebounds.
Obviously, your scoring will come as you get more comfortable. What was it like getting out there, getting that dunk, and just
It's just surreal. Hearing the crowd, seeing my mom, and just being there. It just made me feel real good.
How are you trying to get more involved in the offense? And how will that come with time?
Oh, I'm not really worried about offense personally. Because that's gonna come. I'm more worried about the defensive side, blocking shots, guarding people. That's more my type of thing I gotta worry about.
Do you feel comfortable guarding on the perimeter as well?
Yeah, definitely. I just gotta get lower, bend down more, just with my feet. You just gotta work on it.
Aaron, I was just gonna ask, because you already were talking about having to kind of be patient during this whole process for you. How much have you at all maybe talked to Z about, just kind of continuing to be?
We talk every day. I make sure, because he was in the same boat. I was hurt. He was in the same boat. So I just tell him every day, bro, it's a process. God give his the toughest. I forgot the saying, but it was God give
his toughest warriors, toughest battle. Strongest warriors, toughest battle.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember.
Yeah,
You're putting me on the spot.
Hey man, it's in the morning. Yeah. So I just tell him that every day, bro, it's a process. Stuff's not always gonna go your way. Now, let's see what you could do without the basketball part. And let's see how you do in school, how you do other stuff, and just becoming a better person.
Feels good to play again. We learned a lot from our last game, and just moving forward, we're going to do better.
Yeah, I know Cal was saying, you guys kind of got back to one of his old school practices. What was that like?
It was crazy. I would say that.
You're a little sore from those wall sits?
Not no more. My legs didn't really hurt. It was my back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What were some of the big things he was telling you guys, and just kind of, waking up and
In practice, like these
Yeah.
practices, just getting back to ourselves. He said in that game, he felt like we went away from what we do best. So we just been focusing on like getting back to what we was normally doing.
You talked a bit about kind of the ball sticking a bit against UNCW. You guys maybe not passing as much as you had in previous games. How did you try and fix that in practice? Anything you can do to just keep the ball moving better?
He put this little block thingy in the hoop, so we couldn't like it was no scoring. So it was like a whole bunch of passing and stuff.
Yeah.
And and rebounding. That's one of the things we had to do better. So that helped too.
Can you feel, I guess, me using that drill or just a couple days of practice, like the progress made, and you guys aren't probably going to let that happen anymore now?
Yeah, I can see the progress. Yeah, we're boxing out way better than what we were.
now that you've had a few days to think about it, you said you got away from what you've been doing well. What were those things? What contributed to you guys losing that game?
Getting everybody involved, moving the ball, running the floor. And we had a lot of turnovers. That's probably the one game that we had probably double-digit turnovers. I don't think we averaged double-digit turnovers. So that was one of those games where everybody was like, everybody was like sticking with the ball, like he said.
Yeah. Does it kind of help this early in the year to have a game where you almost play perfect, right, against Miami? You played not perfect, but as well as you're going to on most nights, and then you have a down game like that. Does it help kind of compare?
Yeah, it helps because it shows that we still have a lot of growth. Like we still got a lot of learning and like maturing to do, I would say.
Looking at this month of December, I think you guys only play like 4 or 5 times, so there's going to be a lot of practice, time for you and your teammates.
Yeah.
What are you hoping to get better at individually using all of that practice time this month?
I don't know. Probably say just getting better with my shot. Yeah, that's probably one of the main things.
What was it like to have your freshman friend out there?
I was happy for him. He was my roommate, so it's like we've been talking about him playing for who knows how long now. So just to see him out there and having his first play as a dunk, it was like crazy.
How do you feel like he looked?
He looked good.
But getting him integrated, we've been talking so much about getting these bigs back, right? And
Yeah.
obviously the other two hoping to get back. But what was it like to incorporate one of them and get them into the flow?
It showed a lot, I say, because we have a lot of bigs that can shoot, like I say, in all the other reviews. So it spaced the floor for us. And he showed a little preview after the dunk. He went to go block it, but it was like a goal to him. But it just shows you what he brings to our team.
Just you guys being on the court together, how do you think you feed off Aaron and Aaron feeds off you?
We ain't really played that much together yet, so probably say energy though. 'Cause I feel like he's a high motor guy, and I feel like I feed off of that.